Good morning everyone. In my last class, I have discussed how to prepare the realization account at the time of dissolution of a firm. Today, I am going to continue the same concept, that is how to prepare the partner's capital account and how to prepare the bank account. So, in the case of dissolution of a firm, there are three main ledger accounts to be prepared, that is realization account, partners capital account and bank account. So in my last class we have prepared realization account and I have told you how to prepare the realization account. So in my today's class I am going to teach you how to prepare the partners capital account. Why we have to prepare the partners capital account means to know their capital balance. Capital account is a liability. So liabilities always shows which balance, that is credit balance. In capital account, credit increases the capital and debit decreases the capital. That means suppose if there are any profits or gains or incomes, those transactions will be recorded on the credit side. Because of income, what happens? The capital balance will be increased. And suppose if there are any expenses, those expenses or losses will be written on the debit side of the partner's capital account. Suppose in a firm, if there are two partners, that is A and B, individually we can prepare A's capital account and B's capital account, or we can prepare the combined capital account of A and B. Here today I am going to prepare the combined capital account. The capital account will start with the opening balance. Where the capital balance will be given? It will be given in the balance sheet on the liability side. I have already told you capital shows the credit balance. So the balance brought down should be written on which side? It should be written on the credit side. What is the entry for entering the opening balance means? That is by balance brought down, and A's column, A's capital will be written and B's column, B's capital will be written. Now the second step in the partner's capital account is to transfer the realization profit or realization loss. There may be a profit on realization or there may be a profit on loss on realization. Suppose if there is a realization profit, that increases the capital amount. So if there is a realization profit, then realization account will be written on which side? On the credit side. So what is the entry for entering the realization profit means? By realization account, that is what is this actually? This is the profit. Suppose if there is a realization loss, then loss decreases the capital amount and loss should be written on the debit side. What is the entry for recording the realization loss? That is to realization account. Suppose in this example, if there is a realization profit, then realization profit will be written on the credit side because it increases the capital amount. Now the third step, if there is a general reserve in the balance sheet, general reserve or reserve fund, it is belongs to the partners and it is kept out of profit. Their previous year profit means the previous year profit who has to share actually? That is the partners, and general reserve, if it is there, then that general reserve or reserve fund will be distributed among the partners in their own profit sharing ratio. So whatever the profit sharing ratio, in that ratio distributed between A and B. Suppose if there is a general reserve, why they keep the general reserve? Reserve is the amount which is kept aside out of profit for meeting the unknown liability. If there is unknown liability, then to meet that liability, the reserve amount will be kept, and that reserve increases the capital amount, and that should be written on the credit side. So next, fourth step, we have to check in the balance sheet whether there is any undistributed profit or undistributed losses. Suppose if P&L account is given on the liability side, that means that is the undistributed profit. Suppose P&L account is given on the asset side, that means that is undistributed loss. Suppose if profit and loss account is given on the liability side, we have to distribute that undistributed profit in their profit sharing ratio. So what is the entry for entering the undistributed profit? Means by profit and loss account, this undistributed profit also will be distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. Suppose profit and loss account, if it is given on the asset side, means it is the undistributed loss. Suppose if there is a loss, then that loss has to be debited to partners capital account. Why it has to be written on the debit side? Means that decreases the capital amount. So these are the four steps. Now fifth step, sometimes a partner may take over the asset. He may purchase the asset at the time of dissolution of a firm. If any partner takes over the asset, that entry we have made in the realization on the credit side. So what is the entry we made in the realization? Means partners capital account debtor to realization account. So partners capital is written on the credit side of the realization. So what is the journal entry? Partners capital account debtor to realization account, and partners capital shows which balance in that entry? That is debit balance. So debit side we have to write to realization account. So this is the entry for taking over the asset. For example, A took over the furniture at book value, means whatever the amount, the book value of furniture should be debited to A's capital account. A's capital account means while paying the amount to Mr. A, that much amount will be reduced in his capital account. So what is the entry we made now on the debit side? This is for taking over asset, not liability, for taking over the asset. Sometimes a partner may pay the liabilities of the firm. Suppose if outside liabilities are paid by a partner, then in realization account the amount is transferred to the debit side, that is to partners capital account. So in the realization account, what is the journal entry now? Realization account debtor to partners capital account. So partners capital shows which balance there? That is credit balance. So credit side we have to write, that is by realization account. So this realization account for the payment of liabilities. Any liabilities taken over by a partner, then that amount will be credited to that particular partner's capital account. Now being paid bank loan in full means for the payment of bank loan, how much ever the amount he has paid, that will be credited to his capital account. So these are the 5 to 6 steps while preparing the partner's capital. First we have to write the balance brought down. Next, transfer of realization profit or realization loss. Next, general reserve or reserve fund. Next step is profit and loss account, and this is to distribute the undistributed profit. Suppose if there is loss, then the profit and loss account will be written on the debit side. Next, taking over the asset. Any partner has taken over the asset, that will be entered on the debit side, and any partner is paid the firm's liability, then that amount will be credited to that partner's capital account. What is the entry we made? That is by realization account. So next we have to find out the balance of partner's capital account. First, credit side. Usually credit side total will be higher than the debit side. So credit side to be totaled, and from the credit side, if there are any expenses or any payments, that will be deducted from the total, and remaining balance, whatever the remaining balance, that will be transferred to bank account. So for transferring the balance, what is the entry now? That is to bank account. That is to bank account. So here the balance will not be brought down because the business of the firm will be closed. So bank account, and what is this actually? This is the final balance what has to be paid to the partner. So what is the entry for the payment of final balance? That is to bank account. So this is the way to prepare the partner's capital account. Next we have to prepare the bank account. So how to prepare the bank account means, bank is an asset, and bank shows which balance. If there is an overdraft only, then it will show the credit balance. Suppose if there is a cash at bank, then bank will show the debit balance because it is the asset. Now, how to prepare the bank account? That will be taught now. That is bank account. Bank is the cash at bank balance is given, means bank is the asset, and debit side the balance has to be brought down. Why the balance has to be brought down to the debit side? Means cash at bank is an asset. Asset always shows the debit balance, so the balance will be written on the debit side. So what is the entry for that? That is to balance brought down. So which balance it is? It is the balance of cash at bank. So cash at bank, what is given in the balance sheet, that will be entered on the debit side. So asset, what is the rule of asset, debit and credit? What is the rule? That is debit increases the asset and credit decreases the asset. If the amount is received by the bank, so whatever the amount received, that will be written on the debit side. If there are any payments, then payments will be written on the credit side of the bank account. So first, balance has to be brought down on which side? On debit side. Next step is to transfer the realized value of asset. By the sale of asset, whatever the amount received by the firm, that will be debited to bank account. Now to realization account. Now this entry for transferring the asset realized value. So what is the realized value of asset? Means whatever the amount they received, the firm received by the sale of asset, will be transferred to the debit side of the bank account. Why it will be written on the debit side? By the sale of asset, whatever the amount deposited in the bank, then the bank balance will be increased. So what is the rule? Debit increases the asset and credit decreases the asset. So next step, first we have to pay the outside liabilities. Outside liabilities means it may be creditors, bills payable, bank loan, etc. Now whatever the amount received by the realized value of asset, with that amount first we have to pay the liabilities, that is outside liabilities. What is the entry for that? That is by realization account. Now in the realization account, what is the entry we have passed? That is for paying the liabilities, that is realization account debtor to bank account. Now in that journal entry, bank shows which balance? Bank shows the credit balance. So credit side what has to be written? That is by realization account. Now this is the entry we have made for the payment of outside liabilities. So first step is to pay the outside liabilities. What is the entry for that? That is by realization account. By realization account, and the amount will be written. So next we have to pay the expenses. So which expenses has to be paid? The realization expenses. If there is a realization expenses while dissolving the form, there are certain documents has to be prepared, and for the procedure of doing the asset realized or for selling the asset. So whatever the expenses comes, that is called dissolution expenses or realization expenses, that also should be met from the total amount. That is one more entry for making the realization expenses, that is by realization account. So this is a second entry for the payment of realization expenses. So what is the journal entry for the payment of realization expenses? That is realization account debtor to bank account. So bank shows which balance? Credit balance. So credit side we have to write, that is by realization account. Now third entry in the bank account, what we have to make for the payment of partner's loan. So what is partner's loan? Partner's loan means this is the amount which is paid by the partner over and above his capital amount. So whatever the amount paid by a partner over and above his capital, that will be treated as loan. And third step, we have to pay the partner's loan. Now A has given the loan, means now we are supposed to write for the payment of A's loan, that is A's loan. So whatever the amount we have paid to A for his loan amount, that is the third step. So first payment of outside liability, next we have to pay the realization expenses, and third step is to pay the partner's loan, and finally we have to pay the partner's capital balance. By preparing the capital account, we calculated the partner's capital, how much amount to be paid for each partner, and that amount to be paid for the payment of partner's final balance. What is the entry we have to make? That is A's capital account, and suppose if there are two partners in a firm, A's capital account and B's capital account. So A's capital account and B's capital account, this is the final balance of each partner that will be paid. So debit side, what are the entries to be made? First the balance has to be brought down, next the realized value of asset, and credit side all the payments will be done, that is by realization for the payment of outside liability, next for the payment of realization expenses, and partner's loan amount is there, means that will be paid in the third step, and fourth step is to pay the partner's capital balance. So after these entries, the debit side total should be equal to the credit side. There should not be any surplus amount or deficit amount. So this is the way to prepare the bank account. So in dissolution of a firm, now we have studied three concepts, that is how to prepare the realization account, how to prepare the partner's capital account, and how to prepare the bank or cash account. Thank you for watching this video.